Hello guys! Finally we made it to the last episode of the series. Today we'll be summarizing all done before in a new way so that in the end we can have the ultimate top 10 best characters in MK Mobile. For those of you who have missed the previous episodes, I highly recommend seeing them first and then coming back to the current episode, because otherwise they will be totally spoiled. Long story short, we ranked top 10 best attacks, toughness, recovery, hit points, special 1, minimum and maximum damage, special 2, minimum and maximum damage, and x-ray or fatal blow damage. In other words, all stats that can be objectively measured. This is why passives, basic attacks, etc. are out of scope. They are very important, I admit, but cannot be objectively measured. So what we shall do today is we're going to rank all cards that participated in the previous 9 episodes in order to build our final top 10 best characters in Mortal Kombat Mobile. To do so, I have created this small matrix. You know me guys, I love evaluating stuff. And this matrix is quite simple. The higher you rank on any of the previous episodes, the more points you get. And of course, the top 3 spots are the most rewarding. You are currently seeing the matrix, guys. It will give 15 points for first place, 12 for second, 10 for third, 8 for fourth, 7 for fifth, etc. And before we start, there is actually one more thing that we can measure objectively, and it is the power generation. But I believe it is clear for you why I didn't create a top 10 video based on power generation, simply because there is no top 10. Anyhow, a similar reward system will be in place for the power generation. 12 points for 130% power generation, 10 for 120, 8 for 110 and 7 for less than 110. So this is it. It is time to begin our final top 10. And this time, like never before, we will start with an honorable mention. The character who ranked 13th and in my opinion is worth mentioning, Ronin Katana. She has the highest toughness in the game, the 3rd highest hit points, the 6th highest recovery and the 10th highest attack. In addition, she has 110% power generation, and all of this adds up to 41 points. So the fact remains that she's definitely not a bad character, and in case you have her and you never play her, like at all, please guys consider dusting her off. She deserves it. But enough about Ronin Katana guys, because it is time to jump straight into our top 10. And coming in at number 10 with 55 points we have Assassin Katana. So let us check how she performed so far. She has the 2nd highest attack. She's out of top 10 for hit points and toughness, but she comes back at number 7th when it comes to recovery. She has the 4th minimum and maximum special 1 damage, and she is out of special 2 top 10s. Which is kind of expected because her special 2 sucks. Seriously guys, avoid using her special attack 2, it is really awful. And of course, Katana also has the 2nd highest x-ray damage and 120% power generation, although if you count her passive she has 150% power generation, but once again passives are totally out of scope. So in the end of the day, what can I say about Assassin Katana? I really hope people will start using her more often now when the Assassin team is complete, because she's definitely not a bad character. And probably the only thing she needs is a slight hit points buff, because she can be easily killed. She's quite squishy. But after all, she's an assassin. Just time her tagging attack and you should be fine. Coming in at number 9 with 56 points we have Pretty Lady or Nightmare Leatherface. A common visitor to our episodes, Leatherface actually did not miss any of them, and probably it will come to you as a surprise, but he doesn't share number 9 with Freddy. Believe it or not, they actually have different final results. Anyhow, Leatherface is not a bad character, he has great stats and useful passive. However, he mainly suffers because of his quite bad basic attacks and his inability to chain them well. But as I mentioned many times, his weapon is a great way to fix almost all of his imperfections. In Rusty Chainsaw we trust. Bottom line is, Nightmare Leatherface finishes the series strong at number 9. Coming in at number 8 we have the guy himself, Nightmare Freddy Krueger. You already know guys, he's identical with Leatherface in almost everything, except for his special 2 maximum damage and his power generation. Freddy Krueger ranked 5th in top 10 attacks, 8th in top 10 hit points, and he also finished 7th and 9th in best toughness and recovery respectively. Also, he has pretty decent special 1 ranking 7th and 8th for minimum and maximum damage, and even better special 2 which won him 5th place for both minimum and maximum damage again. And of course, we shouldn't forget that he also made it to top 10 most damaging X-rays where he ranked 7th. As you can see, Freddy has not missed a single episode, and all of this combined with his power generation of 120% will earn him 57 points and 8th place in our final top 10 best characters in MK Mobile. Seriously, if we count in his passive, probably this guy has the most devastating special attacks in the game, and if you often manage to score more than 90% of the bubbles minigame, then without any doubts, Freddy is your guy. Coming in at number 7 with 59 points, we have MK11 Scarlett. Let us check her performance throughout the series, guys. 7th highest attack, highest hit points, 6th in toughness and 2nd in recovery. Her special 1 has the 10th highest minimum damage and unfortunately is out of top 10 when it comes to maximum damage. In addition, her special 2 ranks 7th in minimum damage and again is out of top 10 in terms of maximum damage. Can you see the trend, guys? Anyhow, her fatal blow ranks 10th and she has the incredible 130% power generation. So far she feels like the best Scarlett in the game, and many people actually like her better than MK11 Sub-Zero. But MK11 Sub-Zero hasn't made an appearance yet. Is it possible that he can rank higher than her? We'll find out later in this video. Bottom line is, number 7 goes for the beautiful MK11 Scarlett, who has the incredible 59 points. Coming in at number 6 with 67 points, we have Conqueror Shao Kahn, with impressive stats, ranking 5th in attack, 3rd in health, 6th in toughness. Shao Kahn is a force to be reckoned with. And in fact, the damage of his special abilities is great as well. His special 1 ranks 7th and 8th in minimum and maximum damage, and his brutal special 2 ranks even higher, 3rd and 4th. And the picture doesn't change when it comes to X-ray damage, where he ranks 7th. He actually missed just one episode, the top 10 recovery, but as we well know, recovery is not that important. Anyhow, it's official. Conqueror Shao Kahn's final rank in our top 10 series is number 6. Ranking at number 5 with 70 points, we have Strike For Scorpion, or as previously known, Spec Ops Scorpion. Unlike Shao Kahn, Spec Ops Scorpion did not miss a single episode. Unfortunately for him, he did not nail that many higher places, and thus he only ranks 5th in our final top 10. Good thing to mention is that he was the actual winner of top 10 special 1 minimum damage episode because Katana's stats were wrong. It appears that I took them while she had Rat Hammer on. Long story short, Scorpion won that episode and Katana was not even in top 10. So once again, when and if you have watched these two videos, minimum and maximum damage for special 1, just ignore Ronin Katana as she wasn't supposed to be there. In general, Strike For Scorpion is by far one of the best cards in the game, extremely good damage, godlike support potential, amazing buff on special 2, with his only drawbacks being that his power generation is not that good and both of his special attacks can be blocked. But considering the fact that he can save any character in the game once and his Strike Force teammates twice, come on, how could you possibly lose a game when Scorpion is in your team? But Scorpion is not alone, guys, because with the same amount of points, he is joined by Ronin Takeda, who is probably the biggest surprise of the entire series, or at least the biggest surprise to me. He is 3rd in attack, 4th in recovery, and out of top 10 in the other two stats, unfortunately. However, his high special attacks damage comes to the rescue. He is 5th in special 1 minimum and maximum damage, and 3rd and 2nd when it comes to special 2. And his X-ray is not an exception as it ranks 4th. Unfortunately for Takeda, he really shines in one team, the Ronin team, and his power generation of 110% is not that impressive as well. However, in the end of the day, he deserves a lot of credit because of this 5th place in our final top 10. Well done, Takeda. Coming in at number 4 with 72 points we have the Jade's Bane, Black Dragon Cabal. He just got released and yet he took part in almost all of our episodes so far. He's 6th in attack, 13 hit points, 2nd in toughness and 5th in recovery. In addition, the damage of his special attacks is also great as he ranks 1st in special 1 maximum damage. And on top of that, seriously, he is currently one of the most wanted characters in MK Mobile by virtue of his amazing passive. And this shouldn't come as a surprise, guys. After all, we all should agree that Assassin Jade can be extremely annoying. Well, not anymore.
For the Lin Kuei!
And coming in at number 3 with 75 points we have our reviews champion MK11 Sub-Zero. He has the 4th highest attack, 7th highest hit points, 2nd toughness and the 3rd highest recovery in the game. In addition, his special 1 ranks 16 minimum damage and his special 2 2nd again in terms of minimum damage. Moreover, his fatal blow ranks 3rd in MK Mobile and he has the incredible 130% power generation. As you can see, a great character with amazing passive, perfect stats and great minimum damage of his specials. As you can already guess, his main weakness, if we can call it like this, is that his abilities don't really perform great when it comes to maximum damage. In addition, his basic attacks are quite fast, but his chaining is not really that great, which is kind of disappointing. But the bottom line here is, MK11 Sub-Zero remains a great character and he deserves every single point he got. Well done, Sub-Zero.
Vengeance is mine.
And the runner-up of today's episode, the ultimate MK11 destroyer, we have MK11 Scorpion. Another guy who didn't miss an episode, Scorpion ranks 2nd with 82 points. He is 4th in attack and hit points, 3rd in toughness, 5th in recovery, 6th in special 1 minimum and maximum damage, 4th in special 2 minimum damage and 3rd in special 2 maximum damage. In addition, he has 130% power generation and his fatal blow is ranked 5th in terms of damage. I really don't have anything else to say about Scorpion, guys. He's almost a perfect character who can do well in and outside of an MK11 team. His only weakness is that both of his special abilities can be blocked, but after all, we have so many block breaking gears in this game that this is hardly an issue. MK11 Scorpion, one of the best characters in the game, is the official runner-up of our series.
Tasty.
And the winner of our top 10 series with the mind-blowing 103 points we have the Queen herself, Ravenous Melina. As we can clearly see, guys, when it comes to stats and damage, nobody can match her. She has the highest attack in the game, the 2nd highest minimum and maximum damage of special 1, the highest damage of special 2 and the most damaging X-ray in the game. Also, her power generation is as high as 130%, she has one of the best tagging attacks in MK Mobile and she has regeneration on special 2. Of course, even Melina is not perfect as she has really low hit points and she is extremely vulnerable to gear that provides stun resistance, because if she doesn't manage to stun on tagging, she can be in a lot of trouble. But this is not a big deal, guys. We shouldn't let this obscure the fact that objectively Ravenous Melina is the best character in MK Mobile, and not only the best, but as you can see by her points, the best by far. By the way, I checked whether you can guess who is winning the series in advance, and yet again some of you underestimated Melina. But perhaps this is due to the fact that MK11 Scorpion is definitely more popular and in general more appealing to the players. Of course, now in the end of this series, it is time to say that stats and damage is not everything in the game. There are characters with high stats that plainly suck and cards with low stats that are extremely useful. I just wanted to make this experiment as this is the only way to build an objective ranking in MK Mobile. So if you ask me whether Melina is the best character in the game considering all aspects apart from stats such as passive, basic attacks, gameplay, I would probably say that she's one of the best, but definitely not the best. And with all this said, guys, we are concluding the series, which were won once again by the Outworld Queen Ravenous Melina. Thank you very much for being with me in those 10 videos, I hope you enjoyed it, I certainly did. Stay tuned for the Gold Edition coming in very soon. See you next time, guys. Take care.
Perfect!